from Soldier Field in Chicago. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. Couple of third-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Jackson on the move to his left. He'll try and run it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came out with lucky horseshoe, weren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Tuck it and run. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly, would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken in the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the young career of Mitchell Trubisky. 3 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's a young quarterback still learning on the job. But what numbers do you trust with him? 8-7, 15 starts last year, but he was 11-3 the year before. The Bears' offense, though, in 2019, just 25th in passing and 29th overall. They're looking for Mitchell Trubisky to elevate his game and bring the Bears along with him.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 2nd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw here's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dial up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works the field here for their second drive of the game, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of here. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit. Exact footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down. Three 3-0 after 1. EA Sports. Play action. It's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making the ball an open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it a 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. We'll take over with a new set of downs.
The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens.
Jackson and the Ravens in 10 at their own 28.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
A short throw caught by Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The option on 2nd down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. And this has been his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
Throwing his throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. It's running out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting, blocking it, and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stick. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a gun like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, it's Patterson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. Now the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights in the first half. And he's going to keep it here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And he'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And this one is complete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 half here as they come to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Aids the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a... From the gun, Jackson looking downfield for Dez. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And past the 40. half here. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed down of the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon. As we turn it right back over to Brandon.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect set to continue for the second half of action as we are back under. This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third. And he's upended after a gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged, and think about where they take a good first. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced it up, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was right.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real. Practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's 2nd and 9.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Whoosh. Line.
Cordero Patterson had the second fastest play of 2019. He hit 22.23 miles an hour on a touchdown run, and he found a top gear here as well.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Patterson. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard.
That run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and his throw is incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's
He's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This will be play 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected first, this from 41.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Out is the kick on up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
It's getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 3rd.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 7. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
At times, this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Patterson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Now it's Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Chicago first down. The former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Trubisky.
Incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 26 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense back out there. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Let's show my play football. Let's go.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
We dominate today.
Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson, and CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs. That when a quarterback did prize, well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Well, that little John helps, able to pick up the first, get out of bounds as well.
And he has to play a little bit of risk-reward here at this time because they need these 1st downs. But you know the risk is if they catch him inbounds and tackle him, the clock continues to run and grinds things for him. So he's able to get it done, get out of bounds, and conserve a little bit of time as they try and get the ball downfield.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. It's Patterson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Uses the stiff arm. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 13-10, just over a minute 40 to play. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. First down and more for Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But it'll be second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? If he can get it back in this situation, he'll need to.
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
You're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead in a minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by 4. A little over 40 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Trubisky to throw. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. He's back to throw. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs are heading back to defend their title as we say so long from snowy Baltimore, and welcome to Madden NFL 21.